It's been a hectic day today, but I did not want to leave you guys hanging. We're going to keep this video short and sweet. I know when people say that, it's usually a longer video, but it's going to be short and sweet. These are my fantasy football rankings for week 5. Starting off with the quarterbacks. Keep tabs on Lamar Jackson. He has a knee injury. He's not been practicing Wednesday nor Thursday, but it seems to be super minor, super precautionary. He's expected to play, but definitely something you want to keep tabs on. Dak Prescott, last week I ranked him number 1. Oh boy, I really nailed it there. He got 502 pass yards. Bad news is I got pretty much everything else wrong. It was a crazy week 4, and that kind of happened week 2 as well. So week 1 I was on it, week 2 I was off, week 3 I was on it, and last week, other than Dak Prescott, I was pretty off. It's been a crazy year. But this game, if you got Dak Prescott, you're almost guaranteed you got to start him. But his upside is going to be capped off. Cowboys are favorited to win this game by a lot of points. So the Giants are super underdogs, and that means that the game script is saying that Prescott's not going to have to throw for 200 yards in the fourth quarter. And it's more of a Ezekiel Elliott type game. But still, his floor is good. There's still a passing team. He's still really good and going to throw the ball a lot. So regardless how you chop it up, he's a top 5 quarterback. I have him ranked at number 3. A game I'm going to keep talking about here is the Panthers-Falcons game. This is the highest scoring game this week, at least it's slated to be. And 55 total points for this game is what it's projected to be, and that's by far the highest scoring game, at least that we expect, that we project. The Saints and Chargers game supposed to be high scoring. I don't know. I feel like that game's volatile. It could be, may not. Saints games are usually put up a good amount of points, but I don't really have much faith in that. I have more faith in this game. And we saw Matt Ryan when we watched that Packers-Falcons game last week. It was very frustrating, other than the handful of people that started Robert Tonyan. Congratulations to you guys. But Matt Ryan still put up 285 pass yards, just no touchdowns. Now that Ryan is at home, I think he'll do much better. He'll bounce back, and we know the Falcons throw the ball a ton. So I do like Matt Ryan. I also do like Teddy Bridgewater quite a bit. Now, Minshew is my more favorite quarterback for the rest of the season, but I think Teddy Bridgewater is an excellent streaming option. A great start this week. Top 10 quarterback. I have Teddy B ranked number 9. I mean, he is going up against the Falcons, and if you don't know, the Falcons defense is absolute trash. And on top of that, their secondary just keeps suffering more and more and more injuries. They're absolutely decimated. So look for Teddy B to do some major things against that Falcons secondary. Running backs. I'm losing faith in Jonathan Taylor, who I have ranked number 19. I feel like his skills are pretty good. He's still an impressive running back in the NFL. And I feel like his day is going to come. It might be next year, though, is what sucks. Because they're giving guys like Jordan Wilkins and Nyheim Hines a lot of snaps. Matter of fact, nobody in this offense is balling out. You got T.Y. Hilton, who gets a couple catches. And you got, Paris Campbell, he's hurt. You got Zach Pascal. You got 2 or 3 tight ends getting targets, getting snaps. And so from a fantasy perspective, this team is just horrible. You definitely can't start Phillip Rivers, who's way past his prime. It is frustrating. Now, Jonathan Taylor in a keeper league, in a dynasty league, amazing. But in redraft, frustration is definitely the key word here. I still have him as a start. He's ranked number 19. And if guys like Mostert are playing and Zach Moss, I'd probably move him up to 17 to lap Devin Singletary and Jerick McKinnon. Not lap, but pass up on my rankings. Right here, Alvin Kamara. You know what? I might put Zeke ahead of Kamara. Nah, I can't. This is full PPR, so I'm going to put... Man, it's so... But I do love Zeke. Now, the guy I really want to talk about is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So I talked about the other rookie, Taylor. Now let's talk a little bit about CEH. He's looked well. He's been getting the snaps, actually, and looked much better than his backup, Darrell Williams. The touchdowns haven't quite come. Now he's facing the Raiders, and I absolutely love him. This is the time CEH is going to break out. It's going to be this week going against the Raiders. He's on the best offense. You know, you say I don't just go off yards, okay? You can say the Cowboys, sure, and other teams, and Seattle's really good. But I think the Chiefs have the best offense because they got the best quarterback in real life, Patrick Mahomes, and they just move the ball up and down the field. They're all about big plays. They score touchdowns. And they do it fast, early, and often. And if they don't, they'll come back and beat you 100% of the time. Like, when's the last time the Chiefs had a bad game? God, I really don't remember. It must be like 330 days ago or so. I don't know. No, longer than that. Yeah, it's been so long, like since the Chiefs had a bad game. I mean, may have to go back to when Alex Smith was starting. Like, seriously, because this team's just been on fire. We know they've been on fire in the playoffs. We know that Mahomes is on fire, and he's just going to get his touchdowns eventually. Now he's getting more included in the pass game as week 1, 0 catches, barely any. I think got 1 or 2 targets. I'd like to say 1 target week 1, but 0 catches week 1. He's been used more in the pass game. I look for him to have a big week. I guess that's my big prediction. Clyde Edwards-Helaire will do great week 5. One more guy I want to talk about really quick is Todd Gurley. And I'm not going to say he's good nor bad, really, because he's been doing very well as far as fantasy and his floor. But he hasn't looked good. The Falcons haven't looked good. And so this guy's a great sell high. He was on Mike Mattal's sell high list last week, and I said hold off a week. Now you can sell him high right now for people that don't watch football. The problem is that game was on prime time, so just about everyone watched that Packers game. He snuck in and got 2 touchdowns to save his fantasy day, but he just doesn't look good. And I just know I said he looks good. He doesn't look good. I'm trying to clear this up, okay? So he doesn't look that good as far as a running back. Falcons don't look that good as a team. His usage is good enough to get you 10 plus fantasy points and be a low end RB2, but not what we call a league winner. Now, he's touchdown dependent, just like he was last year. So I was wrong on Gurley. But this week, he has another great matchup and should do well. Like I said, the Falcons are at home. This is a high-scoring game. So very high chance he gets in the end zone one time again. He still is the lead back there, even though he's not getting a ton of snaps. He's getting the most snaps. And he's getting some important touches. Now, you can sell high on him now, right this second. Or wait another week. And that really depends on your league and who you're dealing with in these trade negotiations here. So I give you my blessing to sell him now. I give you my blessing to sell him right after he plays the Panthers. I think he'll do well. But you probably should trade him away sooner than later. Moving on to wide receivers. We're going to stick talking about that same game again. The Falcons, that was very frustrating. And Calvin Ridley with the goose egg, 0 fantasy points. He still got a few targets, okay? He's still good. Ridley was limited today in practice, but I think he'll be more healthy. I'm hoping, I'm optimistic. And look for him to have a huge bounce back game. One guy that a lot of people are asking about that I got to talk about is DJ Moore. He's a bust this year in fantasy, but look for him to have a huge game week 5. And you know what? You really don't have a choice here. If you have him, you're starting him. If you have him, don't trade him because you'll get peanuts for him. Do you want old stale peanuts? No. Wait and get you some good, nice candy afterwards. So bank on DJ Moore to have a good game. I'm going to give you right now 99% chance DJ Moore is going to have a good game. Look for him to have a good game against the Falcons. Boom. Now at least you'll get something decent if you want to trade him after his stellar week 5. Oh, excuse me. After his stellar week 5 performance. Because I coughed, that made it seem like a lie. That's not a lie. 99% chance he's going to do good. I just had to cough. One guy I want to talk about as far as tight ends goes is Zach Ertz. Yes, he's not the same tight end. He's not amazing like he used to be 3-4 years ago. Okay, we get that. But he's actually being dropped in some leagues. He's actually being benched in some leagues. This is a decent buy low option. He's still getting targets. He's still involved in that offense. Maybe, one conspiracy could be that because of his contract situation, he has a poo-poo attitude and the Eagles hate him. That might be right. But in this land of crapshoot tight ends where you don't know what's happening, I think Ertz is worth a start. I think Ertz is worth adding off waivers if you're in an 8-team league. I think Ertz is worth trading for if you're desperate for a tight end. And you might be able to get him for some old, stale peanuts. Still have him ranked as a top 5 tight end, even though he's facing the Steelers. I think the Steelers will win, and I think the Eagles will be throwing the ball in the fourth quarter. For defenses, is pretty straightforward. Probably what you would expect. Well, at least for my top 5. Okay. So I did rank the Cardinals number 1, and that's because I think they have the most upside. Now, they're not the most trustworthy. Most trustworthy defense is the Steelers, followed by the Rams. But really, look, these are my top 6 defenses. What you want to do is try to get one of these top 6 and start them for sure. I love the top 6. Now, if you can't find them, maybe you can go get the Chiefs D. I think the Chiefs D is really solid just about every week, and I think they'll do well against the Raiders. Now, Henry Ruggs did practice today in full, which signifies that he's going to come back. And so that would help the Raiders out quite a bit. But still, I don't think the Raiders are on that type of level, on the Chiefs level. So a good defense that you can add this week and start later on as well. One thing I'm doing in my leagues is targeting all the defenses that play the Giants and that play the Jets. So I got, Cardinals D I picked up like 3 weeks ago. Chargers D I picked up like 3 weeks ago. And I'm ready to go. I got 2 defenses ready to go against the Jets. If you want a team that's going up against the Giants is also really good defense if you're going to be streaming. Now the Cowboys, they're not to be trusted or anything, but yeah, I got them ranked number 12. They're the ones going against the Giants. I don't like starting the Cowboys D, but in a deep league, I would start them. For kickers, it's really the top 6 is who you want to target. No hate to Will Lutz. I'm not trying to hate on him. He's still really solid. I just don't have a finger on this game. Like, I don't know what's going to happen yet. I need to see more injury reports and look at what's going on. I know Herbert's starting. I know Kamara's been a beast. I know Breeze, he's still decent, but hasn't really thrown the ball down the field. So I'm not fully sold that this is going to be a shootout, but I still like Will Lutz. Don't get me wrong. I just think these 6 are better. Sly, Gonzalez, Gould, Zerline. This game was looking really good against the Giants, at home too. Harrison Butker and Justin Tucker. So the goal is try to get one of these 6 kickers. Look, if you got Will Lutz, you don't need to drop him. You may not even really need to drop Blankenship because he's been so good, or Boswell, guys like that. Not necessarily, but ideally you want one of these top 6 kickers. I think these 6 kickers are going to go off this week. For my full rankings, I'm going to provide a link below in the description and the pinned comment. You guys have been asking for the link for my updated rankings. I update them throughout the week, and you can check out it's all written down and separated, and you'll see them live as I update them. I typically update them like 3 times a week: Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. So yeah, again, the link below is in the description for those written rankings and the pinned comment, so you guys can find it super easy. Thanks for all the feedback, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and after Thursday night football, we go live on our second YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast, so make sure you subscribe to that as well. Hit the bell icon on both. It really helps out, and you won't miss awesome videos and live streams if you hit that bell icon. Smash that thumbs up or thumbs down. Good luck this week, everyone. Let's go get that W.